I'm Susie Wyshak, a realtor in Oakland, California, and we are not sure what is going to happen with interest rates. So is now a good time to buy? Are rates going to keep going up? Are they going to go down? Are house prices going down? 1 year ago, I gave a speech called If Houses Could Swipe Left, about how sellers were calling all the shots, and it was impossible for most buyers to get into the housing market with their own home. Totally different 180 in October 2022. Houses are sitting on the market longer. There's more inventory, more and more inventory. It's a challenging time for sellers, to be honest. Sure, we are so lucky to have the university here, the diversity of industries, tech, banking, manufacturing, so many options for sellers to find buyers and for people who have rentals to find renters, not to mention healthcare and all the hospitals and expanding Kaiser. So right now, it is a buyer's market. A couple days ago, Realtor.com published an article about the benefits of owning a duplex instead of a single-family home. For many years, I have said multifamilies should be the American dream, not single families. A duplex is popular if you want to have friends or family nearby, and it's also a great way to make extra income. I say it's a perfect way to stop renting. There's also been news about how rental rates are going up around the country. Why? Because there's a shortage, at least in more affordable rentals. By getting into owning a duplex or some other type of house where you know what the monthly payments will be, maybe you don't know what all the unplanned expenses are, but it's a little more predictable and you are in control of your future. Some of the points this article had were it's lower cost on average because you're getting income along with your own mortgage. There's tax deductions from repairs and improvements on the investment portion of a property. Of course, you need to verify all this with an investment and accounting professional. But I've owned a duplex now for years, and it is awesome to be able to deduct many expenses. You can have your family and your friends close by, and there's the security of not being alone in a house. Plus, I have added, there's flexible space, the security of your own home, and the rental income. You also can get more for your money. This property is on the market right now, and I think it is fabulous. It is currently priced at $1.35 million. It has 2 separate houses in North Oakland, very close to the Children's Hospital. Total of 5 bedrooms and lots of extra space to grow and have bonus areas, a big yard. So imagine you have a friend and you've been wanting to get into the housing market. You each put in $675 and have this property near Temescal, near all of these desirable areas. Where could you buy a house for $675 in Oakland? I know that answer too, and I'm happy to chat with you about it and compare and contrast. Obviously, you could rent out one of these units and live in one and have the flexibility to do whatever you want in the future. Multifamilies are valued in a totally different way from single-family houses by lenders. So you have to be careful with what kind of improvements you make on a multifamily. Some of the downsides are if a duplex is old and not soundproof, do you have tenants next to you? Of course, in that example I gave, it's a totally different house. So you have rules about the shared garden or you don't share it. You obviously would have to maintain the property because you are the owner. Renters are not guaranteed, the Realtor.com article said, but we have a perennial housing crisis here, and there is always demand, if not from long-term renters, from travel nurses, people on sabbatical. We're in a great place here in the East Bay to own rentals. Obviously, privacy is an issue versus having a single family house. This is the beautiful property that I bought. I believe it is notorious on the block for being so ugly. I walked in and saw all of these ragtag built-ins and rental stoves and things, and I could have said, I'm not touching this. It needs too much work. It's not cute. It was raw material. It had big, vast spaces. And it was in walking distance to Temescal and Rockridge. Made some fix-ups, the must-dos, and over the years have made nice-to-fix-ups. You can see that I am hugely passionate about buying multifamilies. There have been lots of properties like that on the market lately in Alameda and in Oakland and also Berkeley, 2 houses on 1 lot. I would say if you're looking for such properties, to look outside the usual neighborhoods that you've been looking in, expand your search. If you're looking online, search for fewer bedrooms in case there's unpermitted areas or a cottage that wasn't permitted that isn't counted in the official bedroom count. Know that in 2023, the state of California is requiring cities to permit unpermitted cottages and other little secondary homes unless they have health and safety issues. That's something to think about. And when they're permitted, then you can add that square footage to the public record. And if you're selling a place, be able to market it with the full number of bedrooms, etc. An agent like me would investigate what the leases are, if there are tenants, what the rents are, and all of that. Honestly, for years and years and years, all my friends would know I've been bugging them to buy duplexes like I did. I bought mine so that my family would have a place to move into. They've moved all their stuff into it. So it's just so nice to have those options. And honestly, if you're going to have a home-based food business, it's also cool to think about all the possibilities for how you could use the property. I have been an Airbnb host for a long time. I have a video that I'm promoting here that I also have on YouTube. I'm happy to chat with anyone about buying multifamily, whether duplex, 4plex, 8plex, and all of the possibilities for your life and your vision for what you want to create. On a final note, one of the people who came to look at that property with 2 houses wanted to create a community and a compound. So many possibilities when you look outside the single family home. I've had many great, awesome home buyers who have landed in houses that they love by having their goals, knowing what their vision is for the long term. If you have any questions or want to hear more about my experiences, and I wish you all the best in this market for getting what you want.